It's been a while, about a month since I've logged into this account. Let's resume 1v2 to Diamond. Oh, perfect. A quick cue. I gotta bump my music a little bit so I can listen to tunes in the background as we play the good old Hala. You know how it goes. I always forget. But it's fine. Why have I not made a Lone Legend to Diamond video in a while is a question I've been getting a lot. And the answer is as simple as just wasn't in the mood. If I'm not, making videos or anything, then that's pretty much the extent of it. It's not more complicated than that. If I'm not making a vid, it's probably because I'm not in the mood to. And I really don't want to force myself to, because then I end up doing things like walking into NSIGs. No, not that. But the idea is that the quality will 100% suffer. And if I'm forcing myself to do it, then it's no longer this really great fun thing that I'm doing and fun creative outlet. So yeah, that's why the past few days there haven't been videos, because I have not been in the mental state to make videos. And so, if I'm not feeling it, then again, I'm not gonna force myself. I'm alive there. They did not think so. Or at least the Artemis didn't. I don't know. Oh no. That weapon toss saved me so hard. I don't know how I didn't get hit by that, but alright, I gotta reacclimate my brain to 2v1ing, because it's been a while again. I don't think if I slack off here, I'll be able to resume like everything's normal, So picking Thor, I feel like Thor's a pretty good legend to go in with this, but if I'm not feeling all ready and all prepped, then maybe not. Oh, I'm dead again. Oh! Okay. Well, not a great start. Gonna have to make a 4-stock comeback here. But anything's possible, right? Anything's possible. Okay, maybe not against Lance. Maybe not against Hammer. We'll see what I can do though. Maybe get an early offstage kill. Alright, that's a start. Thank you, Taros, for finishing them off. Oh, Dare would have connected, but it's fine. No immediate spot dodge again there. Alright. The commentary is gonna take a backseat here as I game out of my mind, alright? Sometimes the gaming has got to take precedent here. Okay, never mind. I just missed. That was a bad idea. It worked out. It did not work out. It did not work out at all. It was a nice try. I'm at 1811 elo, so things are starting to get significantly harder the closer and closer we get to Diamond. Hopefully I'll be able to get it soon, because I think the season might be ending. I don't actually know, but we'll see. Now that I think about it though, usually when the season is close to ending, they have some kind of graphic that says, season ending, April 12th or whatever. So I'm probably fine, right? Seasons are like 4 months? I don't know. You didn't come here for me to know things. Oh, I just killed my friend. Oh well. Don't take that out of context, please. Alright, looks like this Onyx doesn't dodge very much, so maybe I can take advantage of that. Yep. Some nice strings. There we go. Alright, got an early read on how they play. Yeah, that's kind of the key of playing 2v1, is you gotta, especially in ranked when you're not familiar with the players, that's what I didn't do last game. I was not getting a handle or familiar at all with how the opponents were playing, and that was my downfall for sure. You gotta lock onto their habits really quick, especially if they're more experienced and, more scary, more spooky. So there I knew that Koji would probably go for an edge guard here. So Onyx would dodge in perhaps, and then late on the dodges for the strings. So at this point, I've already hit this Onyx with a bunch of strings. They're likely to dodge immediately after a hit that might lead to something. So yeah, off to a much better start than last time. I mean, I got a stock off before I died, but then again, that last game was kind of a bit of a warm up. So we'll see what I can do. That was I wouldn't 100% say that was a bait, but that was kind of a bait. There we go. Once again, not dodging, catching on to the habits. Koji going for an aggressive dodge there, allows me to get that. That was a misinput. I might die for it. No, we're fine. I thought that might kill. I probably shouldn't have thought that might kill, but I thought that might kill, so I did it. Koji gonna go for the edge guard again. Onyx gonna leave me be, and then I get another stock. So yeah, locking onto the habits is very important. How do you do that, you ask? I mean, part of it is just experience and knowing what to expect from previous games that you've encountered, and then part of it is like looking at things carefully. How do people react after getting hit? How do people react after missing? How do people react just movement-wise? You can hear old dog in the background moving around, possibly. But don't be concerned, she's fine. How do I know she's fine? Because I can see her. That's not true. I can hear her. I guess you can too. Because I live with her. That's no. Alright. That was a bit cheeky, but honestly I got away with it because of the Onyx. Trying to help their teammate, which, you know, is a valiant effort. I understand. I've been there, done that. Oh. Alright, I'll take it. Of these two weapons, I'm definitely much more comfortable on the orb than I am on the hammer. Given that I main Petra, I guess that makes sense. But I'm gonna try and play a little extra hammer this game. I mean, if that's something you can imagine, or if I can manage. All the time in 2v2, being able to get the exact weapon that you're looking for isn't necessarily the easiest thing with all the craziness going on. But I did get hammer first, so that's fine. You know, I want to get better at hammer. If for any other reason than just improving my overall Brawlhalla ability. So might as well put myself in a little bit of an uncomfortable situation. Might not maximize my ability to win, but it'll increase my ability to win in the future, I guess, if you think about it. So, you know, short-term loss for long-term benefit. There is an example of just how much reach that hammer ground pound has, how much absolutely insane range paired with the strength that it has, because I was so far away from where they were, but like because I spaced it in the way that I did, I was able to cover not only the wall, but a little bit away from the wall too. So that's like a little bit of, you know, the more I play hammer, the more knowledge I might get of those kinds of things. So, you know, that's why it might be good. I knew they were going to dash jump Sair there, so I put out a hitbox that would hit them on top. And this Ragnar's super jumpy, so I threw out that Sair neutral. Was able to get a little bit of a hit. Every time this Isaiah whiffs, they either instantly go for an attack or go for a jump away. So there was that jump, and I was able to land the Sair because they insta-jumped. Thought I spot dodged that one, was going to go for a hammer D-light, did not spot dodge it, and I'm dead, but that's okay. I say that a lot, as the comments have so kindly pointed out. But, you know, if it helps me, and it helps you, then maybe it's good. I was not in position. That could have been a KO, but it's alright. See? I mixed it up this time. Look at me go. Alright, gonna pick up hammer. Never mind. Yes, gonna pick up hammer. 2 nairs? 3 nairs? Thought I spot dodged again. I jumped into that one. I'm getting lazy this game. I'm getting lazy. I gotta buckle up, alright? Last game I was talking all about watching for the habits, and all I did was notice a single habit from the Isaiah, which is not sufficient if I want to win a 2v1. Yeah, there's that jump into dodge. That's pretty risky, because it means that they don't have a dodge, so then they get hit by strings like that. Sair, there we go. Punish that one. Okay, not quite. I don't want to talk about it. 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 Sometimes you just get snowballed. And, you know what? There's not much I can do about it now. So, gotta move forward. Gotta move on. Tom Jenkins. Let me grab this weapon. Alright. Still want to play more hammer if I can, but wasn't able to pick it up right off the bat, so I'm gonna do what I can with the orb anyway. Which I guess is get an early lead on this Rex. Although nothing is a lead in 2v1. That is a fact. I forgot I have Thor signatures. Let me use those. Let me utilize my signature moves on this signature character. That would be a smart thing to do. Quite. Hammer Downlight is an insane move. I should probably be using it a little bit more than I am. Ouchers. Aww. I tried to fake going for the Vrax and instead go for Bryn. Instead I went for neither. Okay. No, that was intentional. It worked. Very obvious signature there. The reason why I knew that was coming was because of how they were positioning. The reason why I didn't know that was coming was because I wasn't looking at my screen. We're fine. I did know that one was coming, but rather than dodge up, I dodged in, and I got hit by the vortex anyway. Oh, there's some saving involved. That's something I gotta be very careful of, especially on the spear. That downlight is so good at helping out teammates, and it's also a big meaty damage dealer, so want to be careful of that. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, let's see. They went aggressive and stomp. No, not quite. Not in range, but it's alright. Stomps there. Bad spot dodge. I got lazy. I'm starting to get lazy. Like a dodge up there and I would have lived. Oh, this Vrax is on one stock. I didn't even realize. Alright, that's good. That's good for me. Not quite able to knock them out. Yep, Bryn's gonna look for a downlight based on how they're spacing. There, I could have gone for a sidelight Sair, but I would have gotten punished, so instead I went for a wait, caught the dodge, and was able to get the kill because of it. Now I have a hammer, so much area of threatening that I have with this. A lot of control. I'm just able to get in there. There we go. I already know that half my comments are just going to be talking about, oh, this guy taunted and then lost. But, you know, I'd really appreciate if y'all didn't flame my opponents. I've talked about this a lot, but like, I don't know. First off, I just like would prefer if people didn't get flamed. But then at the same time, like, the people that I'm playing, not only do they not know they're being recorded, but they don't know that they're being like shown in front of other people and like are getting flamed for just playing the game. So, like, how do y'all know that that Vrax was taunting to somehow be so toxic and that they weren't just trying to get an advantage on me and get in my own get in my head because they wanted to win. Like, you don't really know what's going on in their head, so it's not really safe to assume any malicious thing, in my opinion. Because maybe in fact they were just trying to get an advantage, and like that's really respectable. So it's whatever. Nice. We take that. Take those. Saw that one coming. Didn't want to jump. There's my hammer. I'm still alive somehow. I guess it's Thor, so it makes sense. Yeah, I played that very poorly. What I should have done there is drop off the wall and then recovery once I got my jumps, given that they were coming from so high. Oh, they're looking for a team combo. I thought I still had my invuln. I'm gonna stay in this corner here because I do not want to get hit by any of those, and hopefully I'll be okay. Didn't know they had to jump. Those guns are so distracting. It's unreal. They are so distracting. I knew that spot dodge was coming. Saw that one from a mile away. I'm not able to pick up this hammer. It's too scary. It's too scary. I end-lighted the wrong way. You notice how this Rayman is just kind of waiting on the other side of the map? That's kind of an indicator to me that they're kind of just waiting for the Brawlhalla to hit me into like a team combo. But because I'm not getting hit, now they're starting to panic. And that's where I can get my advantage. When people start to panic, they start to sometimes make some obvious decisions. Some, you know, habitual moves that they don't normally do. So, or that they wouldn't do if they were super focused. And part of playing fighting games is making the mental stack of your opponent so overloaded that they can't think properly and they just resort to instant habits. And so I think that's partly what was happening. There was this expectation that this Rayman had that I was going to get hit a certain way, and then they saw their partner getting hit and was like, oh no, I can't let my partner get hit, and then they made some obvious approaches and some questionable decisions. So maybe that's reading into it too much, but that's what allowed me to get that advantage. I don't know why I did that. Actually, I do know why I did that. I was thinking that the Rayman could save their Barraza teammate, and I'm better off to try and get an additional hit than just hope that they die. Honestly, I would probably be even better off if, rather than doing that, I waited for them to try and save, and then, you know, punish them both. I didn't do that, but that's fine. Alright, now it's into a 1v1 on Shipwreck. Shipwreck is not a 1v1 map, but it's like, you know, it's simple enough to where there isn't like huge difference between like this and Apocalypse or something like that. No dodge. 3 nairs, and then a falling Sair. Yeah, I thought they might panic and throw down an attack when they were landing, based on just, I don't know, the general sense I've gotten of how they play in general. I'm guessing a dash Sair or signature is going to come pretty soon, so look out for those. Didn't get the weapon throw angle I wanted. That's fine. I got KO'd, but it's alright. From a bit of a misinput, I wanted to do a dash jump, reverse, hammer dare, to scoop them up. Didn't get it. That's fine. Got a sizable enough lead to where I'm not really worried about stuff like that. Thought they might go for an extension. And I want to get lightning. Okay, this is where it's actually dangerous, where I just start trolling and not going for a guaranteed sidelight Sair like right there. Apparently I've been clearing the battle pass. I forgot it came out today, but that's cool. I don't know why I didn't realize. I'm kind of, you know, I mean, I guess you knew this. I'm kind of stupid, but no. I'm on a different account. Of course, the battle pass is going to be, like, starting to get cleared, given that it's available for everyone. Alright, Miami Dome. What is this? Taros Cassidy. This is very scary, because hammer in 2v2, like double hammer, if you fought against it, you already know that can be a lot to handle. Axe as well is an incredible weapon in 2v2, and then guns are super good at helping out with team combos, locking a single player in for a while. So you're gonna hear this old dog in the background cry a little bit. She's an old rescue. She has some trauma, so unfortunately sometimes she's sad. What's also unfortunate is there's not much I can do about it. It's an issue with separation anxiety, and I'm not the one that she's anxious about separating from, so. Oh. And that's why sometimes, even if you get the edge guard, you know, that's why 2v2. That's why it's 2v2, you know? The teammate is there to get me as I recover. So despite getting this Taros off to an early 2 stocks, I'm still not in the lead. Although, if they let me 1v1, then I will be, because it's been working so far. You know, pressing your advantage in 2v2, or in 2v1s I should say, is such a huge part of it, and it seems like they're trying to now, although maybe a little bit too late, given that I've had enough time to kind of adjust to how they both play, kind of adapt to it. I haven't been talking about it very much, but they're kind of at this point where it seems like both of them are a little afraid to throw at hitboxes and threaten space. I guess as I said that they started doing that, but yeah, maybe I should stop talking. And then also dying super early off stage. So like this whole time this Taros was down the most, and then one early off stage kill with the Cassidy, and then suddenly the Cassidy's the one that's facing death. I thought I had my dodge. I thought I was gonna GC down sig. I thought that was gonna be the game. No, I just ground pounded to my death. It happens. It happens. Am I scared of dying right there when I don't have jumps? No. Partly because I don't think Hammer has any option that could instantly get me right there in the position that I was, and then partly because of this player, you know, adjusting to how other people play. I didn't think they were going to go for the edge guard, especially because I got super early kills off stage before, and you know, slight situations like that make you feel a bit more comfortable. I will say it's very nice to queue a ranked game mode and then get a match, like, really quickly. If you watched my last video about Garnet, which, by the way, that's a new style. I just finished editing it, so I don't necessarily know what the response to it is. But it's something I've been wanting to try out, and I gave it a shot, and we'll see what happens. I already also recorded the session for the second one, which will be Heat Blast, in however many minutes the video turns out to be. It's actually a series I did a while ago. Most of y'all probably aren't familiar with it, but I had this idea where I would do super quick guide about a legend. So it was in 1 minute, I had 60 seconds, I had a Google timer, and I would just talk about, I think, what I thought were like the most pressing or most obvious things about a certain legend in that 1 minute, and then try and show off exactly what I talked about in a few games. Oh, there she goes again. Very sad. And it's kind of like that, except just in like a more casual commentary style. As I've been talking about this, I've been like getting demolished. So let me focus up. Let me use my brain. Use the brain power. Because we all know I don't have a lot of that. Not a lot of that. Unfortunately, the dog in the background is not going to make it easier for me to use my brain power, but it's fine. We have to fight through our hardships and get a double edge guard. Let's go. I think I'm gonna grab the orb, not because I would rather play orb, but because I wanted to guard that weapon throw for as long as possible so that I could force one of them to be unarmed. But I guess it doesn't really matter, given that it's a 2v1. It's easy enough to grab. Seems like I'm going to be targeting this Bryn a lot more, because the Jiro is not necessarily fighting me at the moment. That should be death. That is death. Now they're going to fight me. I would say this is like not necessarily the most effective strategy. In a 2v1, you kind of want to be overwhelming the person, or both like on the same page. I know what I'm saying is probably not audible at all, and I apologize for that, but yeah. I don't really know why they went for that Sair, because their teammate was caught in it and was a lot higher HP than I was, and I was able to get the kill because that Bryn comboed, so sometimes you want to be aware of where your teammate is in combos too and just leave them off at a nice point. I had a feeling this Jiro would instantly try and jump or spot dodge when I approached them, so I did something safe, and they got hit anyway, which is nice. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, unsafe dare, and I'm just gonna walk forward. Okay, they're gonna jump back into stage, die. I don't know what happened that game. I think I'm gonna close it off there. Make sure the dog's okay. Although again, there's not really much I can do, which is kind of sad. But yeah, I'll be making more of these whenever I make more of these, and I'll see you in the next one.